So for Unit 3, as I said, it's a bit of a one-off, this one. I was in two minds whether to run this unit first before we did the rest of it, and then we could move on from that. It says basically analyse theories, principles and models of learning. So again, you can read and respond. The theory can be read and taken from Chapter 2 of the e-book Teaching and Learning in Higher Education, Enhancing Academic Practice. And then again, make your analysis from the second bit, models of learning and preferences. That's part of the different learning styles, of course. There is stuff on the VLE for this, and also, I'm fading again, come back. Right, we're back on again. Oh, no, don't do that. Yeah. I've got a failing wire here. It keeps going dim. That's it. Brightened up now. Keep my finger on it. It'll be okay. Again, make your analysis from the models that you've looked at. Yeah. And then again, check your responses in Unit 1, but covering initial assessment, you may have evidence of this. So it's explain how identifying and taking into account learners' individual learning preferences enables inclusive teaching and learning and assessment. So it's a short explanation really of how that why you need to do initial assessment and then form your ILP. But again, you'll have written some stuff at Unit 1 which will probably cover that as well. Analyse theories, principles and models of communication. Partially cross-reference to Unit 1, 2.1, 3.3 and 3.4. But it also, if we nip on and have a look at this one now, I'll move it slightly over. Oops, yeah. It then gives you some of the ones to look at. So we're going to be looking at theories and principles and models, Anderson skills dependent, Gagny scaffolded learning, Bruner and Vygotsky, of course, who are regulars. Knowing that and knowing how, there are a number of things to look at on here to give you some background for what you're going to write, basically. So it's an analysis of those. And also, I would suggest at this point, you pick one out that actually matches similar to what you actually do, yeah, because there will be one. Yeah. So explain ways in which they can be applied to your teaching and learning. That's why you pick one, yeah. So you can pick a theory that you actually work towards, or is more in keeping with what how you develop your programs. So applied theories of principles, how they actually fit in, product focused, outcomes, targets, applied use of constructivist approaches, and again, graphic organizers, matching and labeling types of activities. Analyze models. Sorry?
Was that 1.2?
That's 1.2, yeah. So when you do 1.1, basically you're going to be looking at a number of, or making an analysis of a number of theories and principles and models of learning, or learning styles. Once you've done that, amongst all those, there will be one that is pretty much in keeping with how you actually deliver yourself, yeah? I can guarantee that because nobody's failed to find one yet, so I'm hoping that you will as well. If you've not, come back and we'll look at that again. Then in 102, you can explain how you apply one of those to your the way you actually deliver and work against or towards those theories of principles and models of learning.
That's 1.2 is which one is close?
Sorry, 1.1 is the analysis, yeah, of a range of different ones, and then it's basically pick one closest to what you actually do, and that's what you refer to in 1.2, yeah, and it's just an explanation that. And then it's looking at analyse models of learning preferences. So it's models of learning preferences, Honey and Mumford, Gardner's Multiple Intelligence, Coffield, et al., a critique of learning styles. Learning styles are, they say there are 4. Some people say...
VARC stuff, VARK.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And that's your 4. But some of these theorist characters split those down into minute sections, and you end up with about 10 different learning styles, and it gets complicated. Okay. Technically, there are only 4, but what Vygotsky mentioned is actually, he says that of that 4, nobody is singularly that type of learning. They're usually a mixture. And that's where the others have come in with, well, there's this style and there's that style. And they make it really difficult. Again, metacognition, ability to set explicit, challenging goals and identify strategies to reach the goals and to monitor the progress towards those goals. Now, you're doing that a lot of the time. You're setting them explicit tasks that they've got to do, and then challenging them, and then identify the way you actually reach those goals and monitor their progress. So again, once you've had a look at some of the models, there'll be one that will match pretty well with what you do. So it's another analysis. (1.4) Explain how identifying and taking account of learners' individual learning preferences enables inclusive teaching and learning and assessment. Again, response to learning preferences, the importance of multisensory approach, which is what you do anyway, and then dominant preferences to maximize learning. So if you've got somebody who is a visual learner mainly, you're not going to sit there lecturing them all the time, because they'll be bored out of the skull inside of 10 minutes. Okay. Because only an audio learner would refer to that. So again, it's just an explanation of how identifying that makes it easier then to make inclusive learning. This is, of course, if you've got a larger group that you're dealing with. Right, now the next one, it moves on to communication. It's 2.1. Communication theories, e.g. the language linked to the stages of development, Piaget. The role of language and cognitive development, Vygotsky again. He gets in there quite a lot, actually. He wrote some good stuff, to be honest. He wrote it, yes, he is a theorist, but he wrote it as it is. And he wrote it for, I look at it from a point of view that I think he wrote it for teachers, because he got some idea of teaching, whereas some of the others are pure theorists. And how you could put some of theirs into practice, difficult. So you've got cross-transactions, interactionalist approaches, Brunner, the impact of non-verbal or body language, elaborate or restricted language code, other forms of communication, paper-based, online, SMOG, measure readability, use of chat rooms, synchronous and asynchronous, distance learning communication, email communication. So let's just analyze the different communication modes. And of course, 2.2 then says, explain ways in which theories, principles, and models of communication can be applied to your teaching. So again, there'll be one in there that will match pretty well what you do, and then just talk about that, because again, we're not on an analysis at this point. We've done that. This is just an explanation of how those match in.
The 2.2 is which one applies to me?
You pick one of those. When you've looked at some of these, one of those will match pretty much with how you actually operate, things you do, and then you can actually just explain that why that matches what you do, basically. So the first one's an analysis of the stuff. The second one is how you actually apply that in your situation. 3.1 is exactly the same thing again. Analyze theories, principles, and models of assessment. So it's assessment theories, initial, diagnostic, reining of learning, needs analysis, standardised national assessment, QCA, QCF, etc., a measure of skills and aptitude of knowledge, credible and compatible with learning programmes, promoting learning, assessment of learning and for learning, part of the training cycle, medal and mission, check and correct. I mean, that's an instance there. We use check and correct, don't we? You will send me some stuff. I'll check through that, put any comments down the side, and then you make any corrections or additions in line with what we've discussed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's plenty of information on there. And then into 3.2, explain ways in which theories, principles, and models of assessment can be applied in assessing learning. Yeah.
That's again, which one applies to me?
Yeah, that one on 3.2. Out of all the assessment methods you've just discussed, what's the one that you use, and which theorist does it nearly match into? Yeah.
Okay.
Believe it or not, 4.1. Analyse theories and models of curriculum and what's going on there? Something's gone missing there. Models of curriculum and curriculum development. Yeah. So again, you analyse the theories of what's his names. You've got a bunch on here. Broad, Kelly, Maslow, as usual. Skinner is another one that comes in quite often. Piaget. We've not got Vygotsky in it. No, he doesn't do this. That's right. Yeah. Steiner and Waldorf, academic or product-based. Stanich and Tyner, situational model. Skilbeck, curriculum as a process. A pyramid or spiral mastery of learning, which again is Bloom. So again, there's a bunch of guys you can look at there and get some information on, a short analysis of them. And lo and behold, 4.2 explains ways in which theories, models, and curriculum development can be applied in developing the curricula in your own specialism. Yeah.
And that is it again. Which one applies to me?
Yeah. Which one? I mean, there may be none that specifically apply to you. There may be, they may be outside the normal thing that you do. But you can pick one that's closest to, and then explain how you actually develop your curricula in terms of the analysis you've just done. Excuse me. But again, there's loads of information on here just to have a quick look at. You don't need to look at all this. This is just, how should I say? I've mentioned it before. It's just like a brainstorming on your own. It looks at a load of different things, and you can pick out some, cover those in your analysis. You don't have to cover everything in there. These are just ideas. But again, one of those, I usually glance through most of them and then say, yeah, Honey and Mumford is the learning styles one that is mixed, and also Schoen on reflection, reflection in action, and reflection on action, because this is analyse theories and models of reflection and evaluation. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got that one. I've got Sean, Brookfield, and Kolb.
Yeah, that's right. Kolb is he's another mainstay. And 5. 2, explain ways in which theories and models of reflection and evaluation can be applied to reviewing your own practice. Yeah.
So that's it again. How does it apply to me?
Yeah. How does that apply to you?
Okay. Every time I saw that one, I didn't know how to answer it.
Yeah. Well, that's the answer. Each one is preceded by an analysis of the whole, or a bunch of theorists. Yeah. Look at them, say what you think, add information, say what you think about them from your point of view. If you look at it from this point, try and look at it from this point of view, Adele. The point 1 of each one, apart from unit 1, LO 1, which is slightly different, the rest of them, look on the first part of as your analysis of a bunch of these guys. Yeah.
Okay.
You can read and mention what they do and whether you agree or what you think about it. Just a few words on that as well. or some examples. And then when you get to the next one, after you've done your analysis, there'll be one that probably matches nearly to what you would. There might be some that are absolutely exact as well. But basically, then it's just an explanation of how those theories match with the way you actually develop curricula. In that case, look at models of reflection. And also 3.1, models of assessment and models of communication. Yeah. So you've got a wide range of different things, but each one is the same pattern of what you've got to do. So it's basically an analysis followed by where that meets roughly with what you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
I think that has explained it. That's,
yeah.
I can finish it off now.
Yeah, that is unit 1 is unit 3 in a nutshell.
Okay.
As I said, you can possibly see now why I thought about running this unit first, because when you look at unit 2, if I just close those down for a minute now. If you look at unit 2, we go back to unit 2. We pick out suggested evidence. And I think we go to 7.1. I think it's 7.1.
Yeah. I think I can I get a bit of that down and then send you an email tomorrow?
Yeah, of course you can. Hang on. Let's just nip out to that and find it. Yeah, here we are. Use theories and models of reflection to evaluate the effectiveness of your own practice in planning, delivering and assessing inclusive teaching and learning. Now, if you'd done unit 3 first, that would have been a straight cross-reference to that, and you wouldn't have had to put any extra work in at all for that. And 7.2, analyse ways to improve on your practice in planning and delivering and assessing. And I think if we go back, just put that down a minute now. Actually, don't need that now. If we go back to that one and we look at the reflective one, which is the last one. Yeah, theories and models of reflection, 5.1. Explain ways in which theories and models of reflection and evaluation can be applied to reviewing your own practice. Now, again, that on unit 2, it's been asked you to do a review, hasn't it? Yeah. So you can use things as well that we I can't remember now. I've asked you this once before. Did you do the SWOT analysis?
I don't think so.
Right. Well, there is one on the VLE on yourself. Just do one on yourself, and then you've got a document that you can put in place and say, here's my strengths and weaknesses. This is what I need to look at. On reflection, from your analysis of reflection, then on reflection, I could do this or I could do that, and I need to look at, various things.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, as I've said with the others, there are no real wrong answers here. They are your interpretation of what theory is and how it works in practice. Yeah. It's really as simple and straightforward as that. The way it's written, it makes it look rather more complicated. I understand that, but it actually isn't. So
okay, then I'll get on with this and then send you an email tomorrow. Yeah,
that's fine. And what I wanted to do before we go off, just put this to one side a minute, to have a look at your file, because I think I am something missing. Right, I've got Unit 1, assessed. No, that's not it. Here we are. Yeah. All your A's are in. And my assessment's in at the side. Yeah. And your achievement, and I've signed it off. Yeah. So that's Unit 1 signed off and done and out of the way. Yeah. Close. I think we'll actually close that as well. Maybe we don't need that there. Unit 2, Assessment 1. I don't seem to have boxed this off. Did you send,
No.
after I'd sent, right, you've not.
I was away last week and I didn't bring it with me. The only thing I bought was Unit 3, so I just started it.
Right, okay, that's fine, doesn't matter. As long as I'm straight what I've got in here. I've actually missed a couple of things with 1 or 2 students. I've had a lot of work on recently and I had missed a couple of things. I hadn't sent it back. I'd done the assessment, but I hadn't sent it to them. So I'm just making sure that that wasn't the case with you as well.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fine, super.
Right.
So yeah, I'll say as soon as you send me that back, I will then get rid of this one and make, formulate the other one and get that signed off as well. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Superb. Put that down and close your file. Yeah. So, yeah, make a start on that by all means and mail me tomorrow and we'll see where we pick that up from. Yeah.
Okay then.
Anyway, thanks for attending.
Okay, thank you very much.
You have no more questions before I go?
No.
No, anyway, you can always mail me. Yeah, no problem.
Okay,
I'll pick that up. Yeah, super. Thanks for attending, Adele. Bye now.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.